Hey guys, it is currently day 5 on Bout of Books 7.0 and I've got my halfway through the week, yet a little bit more than halfway through the week, update for you of what I've been reading and what I finished and how far I am. I have currently read 2 books during the week and I am not entirely proud of that because of the fact that it isn't that many and my goal for the week is 7 books, but I have had work pretty much from 8:30 to 5 every day and I've been getting back at 6, so I haven't really had as much time as I would like to read, as I have to go to bed reasonably early so I can get up again for the morning. But I will go over what I have been reading so far and what has happened. I started off the week by reading The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis. I finished this in a day as it is a pretty quick short read and I really enjoyed it. The second book I finished, and this took 2 days, was The Fourth Bear by Jasper Fforde, which is the second book in the Nursery Crime series. And I absolutely love this. I love The Big Over Easy, which is the first book, but I thought this was a lot better. After that, I started reading a couple of books which were quite slow, which basically stopped me from reading as much as I like to. The first one is Wool by Hugh Howey. Now, this is pretty big and it is quite a slow pace, so I feel as though I want to go through this a lot more slower than I would normally, just to devour the story. I'm currently halfway through this book, but I think I'm not going to read any more of this in the read-a-thon because it really is just slowing me down and I want to read it when I'm not in such a pressured circumstance. The next book I've been slowly going through is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Now, on the Kindle it says that this book is about 300 odd pages long, but actually after looking at Goodreads it's about 500 pages long and every 3 pages on the Kindle is a page in the real book. So I'm finding this quite slow, even though it is really good so far, and I personally am not keen on classics. I'm really enjoying this, so I might see if I can finish this through the weekend. Because of the fact that the last 2 books were kind of dragging me down, I kind of had a negativity day yesterday in the way that I felt as though I wasn't really on top of my targets, which I'm not, and I just got in the state of I can't be bothered to do this anymore, it's just too much effort. But I decided to just take a rest last night, go to bed early, not read that much and start again afresh in the morning. But instead of reading what I had been reading, I decided to read something a little bit more fresh and easy. So I picked up The Growing Pains of Adrian Mole by Sue Townsend. Now this is basically in the form of a diary. It is aimed, I'd say, kind of at a young adult / child kind of age range, and it is really easy to read and I am whizzing through this, so I hope to read this, and I'm also going to be adding the next book along in the series, but I can't remember the name of it right now, so I will probably list it somewhere in the screen. And then I will go on to 101 Dalmatians by Dodie Smith, because of the fact that this one's quite small and I should be able to read this relatively quickly. As of yesterday, I had read 749 pages. I had finished 2 books in those 749 pages and read little bits of other books as well. One thing that has come to light over the week is my balancing of different things, of socialising on Twitter and on blogs and the reading, because at the beginning of the week I wasn't really good at balancing it because I stopped reading for a while, think to myself, oh, I'm just gonna comment on a few blogs, go on Twitter, etc. And then like 2 hours later, I find myself still on Twitter talking to people. Yes, it's good to socialise, but this is a read-a-thon. You need to concentrate mainly on reading. So now I am tending to set aside an hour for Twitter and blogs and the rest for reading. But obviously on the weekend, it might be a little bit more lenient. I was only doing that because of the fact that I didn't have that much time when I came home from work. But on the weekend, I've got the whole weekend to do as I please, so I'm sure I won't be able to read for full 48 hours over the weekend because I will literally burn myself out. Let me know how you're doing on your read-a-thon, please. I'd really love to know how many books you've read, how many pages you've read, what you're enjoying, what you're loving. If you're hating it, I don't know, just let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read about what you're doing. I haven't had enough time this week to actually post daily updates of what I've been doing on my channel, but because of that, I'm going to be posting all this weekend about what I'm doing and how I'm getting on. And I will speak to you later. Bye.